Good morning. I've been wanting to do this video for several months. As you can see in the title, can I pay for my 2023 Chevy Bolt EV in 1 year? Can I do it? Well, I had researched this and researched this and researched this. And as my wife says, okay, stop. You have to stop. I overthink things sometimes. So here's what I was looking at in the beginning, and I'll tell you about the pitfalls and where we're at right now. Let's just get down to basics. My car was 25.9 when I purchased it. Then I bought for $295. I bought a 240 volt charger add-on from General Motors at the time of the purchase. So out the door, it was, it was 26.8 is what the car came to before they did license and title and fees and what have you. So it ended up being after tax, after licensing. Illinois charges an extra $100 on our license because we don't pay road tax as an electric car driver, and they need to get their road tax money somehow. So instead of currently registrations are $151 in Illinois for a normal car. Ours became $251 for an EV every year. So there's an extra $100. Also, Illinois title fees and tax and everything. My car came to a grand total of about, I don't have the paperwork in front of me, about 29,000. So let me tell you what my plan was, and then let me tell you where we're at. My plan was, it's about 29 grand out the door. Okay. So I had worked and saved some money to put a small down payment on the car. So I had been saving and saving, and I had $5,000 to put as a down payment on the car. So in my mind, okay, we go from 29 to 24. Then the state of Illinois, when I was looking at purchasing this car, was offering a $4,000 rebate check for anyone who takes possession of an electric vehicle. They would send you a rebate check of $4,000. Then I could chunk that down on the car. I'd owe 20. Then the federal tax credit next year when I file my taxes in March would be up to $7,500 depending on your tax liability. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, that takes it down to $12,500 basically that I would have to pay off in 1 year. I'm driving part-time for Uber. I make between $200 and $300 a week for Uber. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, I can afford a small car payment. And what if I add $1,000 a month to the car payment, to my payments each month? I'll just add an extra $1,000, extra $1,000, and this will be a breeze. Interest rates are dirt cheap. Everything's not a problem. No issues whatsoever. Wrong. Welcome to reality. So, there's that side. Now let's get to reality. I ordered my car June 16th of 2022 from General Motors through my local car dealership. Well, the car was supposed to come in the fall. It didn't. Supposed to come in around Christmas. It didn't. I wasn't able to get the car purchased and take possession until March 10th or March 11th of 2023. Well, during that time, inflation skyrocketed. Illinois somehow wasn't offering the $4,000 rebate check anymore. Don't even get me started on that. So I went from what was 1.99% interest to my local credit union had the cheapest rates available in March when I financed the car at 4.99%, which I wasn't wanting to pay 4.9 when I thought I was going to get it at 1.9. So now I finance a car at 4.9, so my car payment is higher than what I had assumed. And the state of Illinois is no longer doing the 4,000. They keep saying check back. I logged on. I tried to get notified when they were going to do it again, and if they were going to do it, and if they were going to find a couple dollars somewhere. Whatever happened, it was in theory a great idea to get people to buy electric cars. But if you don't have the money and you're not going to do it for people, then it's worthless. So it says if once I checked in, when I you have to physically take possession of your electric vehicle. I took possession on March 10th or March 11th. I think it was March 10th. And the program was no longer going. And it said, but within the next 90 days, we find money or the program opens back up or what have you, then you can apply for the $4,000 rebate. Well, at the time of this making, we're now past that. This is July 5th, 2023. I did not get the $4,000. It's gone. So here's where we're sitting. I take possession in March. The first car payment is due in April, late April, I think it is. So as an Uber driver, I was trying to get recertified in Uber. I had stopped during the pandemic. Well, to compound one problem onto another problem, getting re-up on the app on Uber took 2.5 weeks longer than it should have. Should have been very simple. Oh no, it's not. So I only ended up having about 3 weeks before the first car payment was due to make some extra Uber money on top of my car payment. So I was able to make $900 extra on the first car payment. So I threw the first car payment down. And all of that extra money above your car payment, for those that don't know, it does go on the principal of your vehicle, which will then lower your interest for the next month and the next month and the next month. I want to say the first month I had to pay was like $145 interest, I think, on that first payment, because it was the very first car payment. Then I was able to work for a whole month. Then in May, at the end of May, I made my second car payment, and I was able to add $1,000 to the car payment. And that reduced, I want to say the interest on my second month of payment was like $85 or $90. It had reduced it that much, maybe $95. I should check that. Then come the end of June, my third car payment, I'm able to Uber enough part-time that I got $1,000 added on to the car payment. So my interest in the third payment was probably $85, maybe, something like that, I think. It's starting to really drop off because I'm chunking an extra $1,000 onto the car payment now. So currently, and this is where we're at right now, I have 3 car payments that I've made, and I have a balance of just over $20,000 on my loan that I owe. So doing all of this reassessing, I'm not sure I can do it. I want to keep plugging away month after month after month, and then when I file my taxes next year, depending on my tax liability, I can get up to $7,500 tax credit, and then that's all going to be chunked onto the car. So I want you to stay tuned, stick with me, see where we're going. Maybe every month after I make a car payment, I'll tell you the new balance. I will tell you where we're at, how far I've fallen behind. But it's interesting to know when you have a plan which seems very simple over here, and then when reality hits and you're way over here somewhere. A little bit frustrating, but still not undoable. And that's why I titled this video, I just want to see if I can do it. Can I? Can I get this car paid for, this electric vehicle, in 12 months, basically, from say middle of March till the middle of March? Can I do that in 12 months? So stick with me. Let's keep it. I mean, I'm if there's some months I have to work extra, I'll try. But to throw in another issue, usually my wife and I spend some time in Florida in, say, January or February and possibly even March. Well, can I take the car down to Florida and drive for Uber in Florida? That could be a whole hassle in and of itself, trying to get certified in Florida like I got recertified in Illinois. And as I said at the beginning of the video, I took an extra couple of weeks. I didn't, sorry. It took a couple of extra weeks to get recertified back on Uber post-pandemic, which shouldn't have taken so long. There were hang up after hang up after hang up, and that could be a whole separate video of issues and trouble and problems. And so I won't linger anything else. I just wanted to get this out. Hopefully people will give me a thumbs up and just follow along. We're gonna try to do this. I'm gonna put forth every effort I can, and hopefully we get there. That's the thing. So every month after I make a car payment, I'll try to get the updated balance and the interest that I paid on it and where we're at. And we'll do this month after month. Let me know what you guys think. So with that, let's get out of here and get this finished. So again, make good choices, won't you?